The US government has suspended Fable 5, and there's something I need to talk about that came up on my live stream yesterday that I can't stop thinking about. This is not me saying I have proof of anything. This is not me saying that I've uncovered some secret AI agenda. But with Fable 5 being suspended, the naming of these AI models is starting to seem a little too interesting to ignore. So, yesterday on stream, we started talking about the actual meaning of the word fable. A fable is usually a short fictional story that teaches a moral lesson. So, was Fable 5 just a short story for us? So, calling the model Fable is now seeming a little suspicious to me. Then think about Mythos. Mythos is connected to the word myth. A myth can mean a traditional story, a belief system, or something that people believe even if it's not literally true. And again, when we talk about AI, that word feels a little bit loaded because AI is already making people question what is real, what is fake, what is created, what is copied, what is human, and what is machine generated. So when you have names like Fable and Mythos, I'm sitting here like, are we naming these models after storytelling on purpose? Are we being warned that these tools are too powerful but also fictional? Are these names just aesthetic? And then there's Opus. Opus means work, usually a major creative work, like someone's big masterpiece. So when you put those names next to each other, it starts to feel like a weird little progression. Fable, a fictional story with a lesson. Mythos, a large belief system. Opus, the completed work, the masterpiece. Now again, I'm not saying this means anything officially. But I do think the names are interesting because AI companies are not choosing these names randomly. Fable sounds like a story. Mythos sounds like a legend. Opus sounds like something important, serious, and creative. So my question is, are these names telling us how these companies want us to see AI? Not just as a software, but as something creative, something intelligent, something almost mythological. And that's where I think the conversation gets interesting because the more advanced these models get, the more that people start treating them as more than just tools. People are asking AI for advice. People are building businesses with it. They're coding apps with it. They're writing content with it. They're using it as a teacher, therapist, assistant, editor, strategist, and sometimes even a friend. Whether the naming is intentional or not, it says something about where AI culture is going. We are no longer just talking about what these models can do. We're talking about what they represent. And I think that's why people are so obsessed with every new model release. It's not just, can this new model write better code? It's, is this the one that changes everything? Is this the one that replaces jobs? Is this the one that finally feels different? And that's where the myth starts. The myth is not just the model. The myth is the belief is that the next model is going to unlock something massive. And honestly, I get it. I've been live streaming myself, learning how to vibe code, building apps, testing models, and trying to figure out what's useful. And that is why the naming thing really stood out to me. So I want to know what you think. Is Fable just a name? Was Mythos just a name? Is Opus just a fancy way of saying this is our best model? Or are AI companies very intentionally choosing these names that make the models feel bigger than software? Because I don't think this is the craziest conspiracy theory. I think it might just be branding. But sometimes branding tells you exactly how a company wants you to feel. And right now, AI companies seem to want to make these models feel powerful, creative, mysterious, and maybe even a little legendary. So that's my Fable 5 conspiracy theory. And I really do wonder if there is a hidden message here. Just some food for thought. It was definitely an interesting conversation that we had on stream yesterday. So let me know in the comments what you think about all of this.